everybody, Ryan Ballengee with Golf Newsnet here, back to tell you about a new golf club that I think you're going to find really interesting. So a little bit of a backstory. You might remember the guys from Odyssey Golf, later founded Never Compromise, and they took a putter company in Odyssey that went to obviously #1 and is still up there in the marketplace today under Callaway's ownership. And then they took Never Compromise and got, I believe, as high as #3 in terms of putter distribution and sales. Well, one of the co-founders who's been out of the business for a number of years, a couple of years ago decided to get back in the game, realizing that putter innovation had really not gone forward in the same way that maybe he had hoped or expected after getting out of the business with Never Compromise. And so he realized he could come up with something that was perhaps unique. So he came up with a company called Brainstorm Golf, and they put out a product called the Happy Putter. Well, the original Happy Putter was this fully customizable putter, which they still sell. It's an amazing product that has a mind-blowing number of options, maybe too many for the casual golfer. So what the folks at Brainstorm Golf realized that a lot of their success came around putters that were in the $100 to $150 per putter range, while offering a series of innovations that were accessible in terms of a price point. So thinking about putter technology, where it's been, where it's going, where it could go, they thought about the two most important things that determine whether a putt goes in: line and speed. And obviously, most of the time when we talk about putters, we talk about the ability of a putter to impart forward spin on a ball sooner so that it gets easier to roll out, predict the speed, predict how it will roll out, and help you get speed a little bit better. But we haven't seen a lot of innovation, if much of all recently, in terms of alignment. And so it's become increasingly clear to the folks at Brainstorm Golf that they needed to come out with a putter that helped golfers line up putts better, because we are notoriously bad, from professionals all the way down to the 36 handicapper, of lining up putts. And so they decided they would come out with a new model of putter that was specifically designed to help golfers line up putts better, get putts started on their intended line more consistently, and hopefully lead to more confidence. That means more putts made. So what they've come up with is the I-Align series, and we got a couple of them. So the I-Align series is two putters. One is classic blade style like this, and one is a mallet putter. And the unique facet behind this, other than the absolute awesome blue finish, is the alignment markers. So what the folks at Happy Putter, or at Brainstorm Golf, did with this version of the Happy Putter was they decided they wanted to focus above all else on the alignment marker. And by focusing on the alignment marker, they wanted to make golfers think about how they prefer to see their ball lined up toward their intended target. And what they realized, looking at brain studies, working with golfers, and fitting them, measuring them, is that a couple of different things. One, not everyone has the same idea of what's ideal for an alignment marker. And because of that, we so often have to find a way to accept someone else's idea of how we should line up putts. Whether that's with a dot, whether that's with the two-ball pattern, whether that's with a line leading up to it, whether it's a beveled line on the bottom of the blade, whatever it is. Or maybe there's nothing at all. And we've got these different solutions, and yet people still don't putt all that great. And so the folks at Brainstorm Golf figured, let's come up with a solution that lets people decide what looks best to their eye and lets them change it. So we're going to show you how this putter works and walk you through the I-Align technology and what we think of it. Okay, so here's the I-Align putter. They've got, again, a blade model like this, and they've got a mallet type design that has a kind of bar around it so that it creates some higher MOI, as you would expect with a mallet. Hollow in the sections here, and then there's room for what this is right here, which is the removable / adjustable replaceable alignment marker. And so when you get these putters in the mail, or you can do this with a fitter, what they do is they provide you not only with a basic alignment marker, but they also provide you with other alignment markers. And there are a number available. So we got 3. There are actually a whole bunch more. And what these alignment markers do is they give you a chance to see which kind of indicators you prefer to look at when you're looking over a putt and trying to line it up. So they have different color contrasts, they have different shapes, so you can figure out whether you like black and white, whether you like two different colors, blue and white. They have yellow and red. You got black and the silver shape, like I showed you on the putter that I have as I've been using it. And what you can do very easily is take some of these either with a fitter in person, or you can do this even just looking online to look at the shapes and look at the styles. You can get a sense of what most appeals to your eye. And then you can take them out on a practice putting green and try to figure out for yourself what's the best way you can putt and what helps you make the most putts. Now for me, right out the gate, I love the triangle shapes that lead to the ball with a red line through them. For whatever reason, as soon as I looked at it compared to the other two, I thought, this is for me. Took it out to the golf course, and for somebody like me who has struggled for a number of years now with putts 5 feet, 6 feet and in, I did not miss. I didn't miss a putt. I hit on the intended line, it went in the hole. And I felt confidence building with each and every putt that I was going to make it. And ultimately, that's really what you're trying to do when you're putting. Obviously, there's a skill here. You get line and speed right, it goes in the hole. But having the confidence that you're going to make a putt is so incredibly important to making the putt that it's an absolute must-have. And so I felt that every step of the way with this putter. Even the putts that I missed, and those were mostly, in that 25, 30-foot range of putts, I still put it on the line I intended to put it. And even if it didn't go in, I felt a sense of confidence that I was putting the ball where I intended it to go. Even if I misread it, even if it didn't go in. I was executing the plan properly. Even if it was a misread bad plan, I was executing it properly. And that's important for golf. So just to give you a sense about the alignment markers and how to remove them, it's pretty easy to do. So there's down here a weight function. They give you an Allen wrench. You kind of loosen that Allen wrench. And then as you loosen that up, I'll put it in here, turn it left a whole bunch of times. And then once you do that, you pull this guy off. There's a clip on the bottom. And then you kind of see it with the other clips. You just place it in, replace the screw, and you've got it. It takes about 10 seconds. Really easy. I love the blue PVD finish. I love the way that it looks. Obviously, there's a little bit of face pattern here to still get the ball rolling forward with topspin a little bit more quickly. Obviously, I love the plumber's neck. That's my favorite kind of putter type. So this obviously appealed to me right out the gate. The blue is just beautiful. I've had it on Wilson wedges in the past, and I was just so sad the day that it wore off. Obviously, it's much less likely to happen quickly with a putter because you're not making the same kind of contact, and it's not going through dirt and stuff like that. So this finish should last a while, which I really, really like. I also like the decision to go with a non-tapered kind of beehive style pattern on the putting grip. It's really cool. It's very comfortable. I actually like the beehives a little bit. It just feels like it's a little bit more relaxing in the hand, and I felt like I was holding a baby bird as I was trying to putt with it. Like I said, I made pretty much everything I looked at that I thought I could make in this round, and I made probably the most impressive putt that I made was a 40-foot putt that broke about 3.5 feet for one of the birdies in my round. And I thought it lined up, and I didn't know if I was going to hit my mark, and I drained that thing. I was completely shocked. Not because I'm a bad putter, but just because I don't expect to make putts of that kind of break. So I love this putter. It's available in 34 and 35 inch lengths. Both models are about the same, that $160 range. Again, you can get fit for them. The customer support's going to be great. They also come, it's going to be hard for me to show you with this camera setup, but down at the bottom, you got a couple of weights. So these are the standard weights. You can get heavier weights, which come with it. They're right here in this bag. Again, use the Allen wrench. You can kind of move them. So you could set up different combinations, of course. I kept them the same. The standard weights were fine with me, but you can make them a little bit heavier, make the putter a little bit heavier for yourself, and feel a little bit better about having a heavier putter in hand. But again, for the price, You're not paying for an exorbitantly expensive putter that just looks beautiful. I think this is a stunningly beautiful putter, but it also has a technology behind it in helping you align putts that I have not really seen anywhere else in the putting world. And so I think this is something really worth looking at both models, trying to find something that works for you. Maybe you're not worried about an exotic head shape. Maybe you hit putts a little bit better than other people. You just have a hard time getting the ball started on your original line with confidence. With this I-Align Happy Putter, I believe you can do it. I give it a strong recommendation. We're going to continue playing with it, and we'll continue to report back on you with it, but I would very strongly recommend taking a look at this if you're making a putting purchase in the next 6, 12, 18 months, because I think you're going to find yourself making more putts and have a lot more confidence over the ball. I'm Ryan Ballengee, and we'll see you next time.